What's up, Own It Nation? Episode 2, White Claw wrap up.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bad luck not to cheers after you're done. So,
I'm Elise.
And I'm Justin. And like we talked about week 1, within this White Claw wrap up, we're going over the 8 pillars of what Own It's all about, so that we're going to show you that you can actually have a real life, you can have real habits that actually produce real results. And this week, we're going into, drumroll,
Self-care.
Self-care. All right, so what's self-care?
I can tell you what self-care is not.
All right, what self-care is not?
Self-care is not, like many would think, sitting in front of the TV, playing video games. Of course, that's a time to shut off your mind, but actually, oftentimes, self-care is about turning on your mind and tuning into yourself.
I like
so
it.
Think centering, meditation,
personal growth, things that illuminate your mind, things that build you up, things that give you energy. And what are some ideas? What are some things that you've used for self-care?
That I do?
Yeah.
I started meditating every morning. It's a quick 10-minute meditation, and there are some mornings I can't get to it, but even if it's at 5 p.m. at night, I still find that it brings me a lot of peace and calmness throughout the day.
The big thing that I want to ask you guys is, how many times do you feel that you just keep pushing through things and you keep thinking, you know what, I just have to get this done. I just have to get this done. I can't just be. I just can't allow myself any moment for myself because it's selfish. I can't allow myself any break in the day. I can't allow myself just to sit back and focus on something that I need because I'm not going to be productive. I'm not going to be getting something done. How many people feel that way?
I mean, I've definitely felt that way before.
Oh, I mean, I felt that way many a times. I was listening to a podcast the other day, Impact Theory by Tom Bayou and Jay Shetty. They're both extremely successful entrepreneurs, both extremely self-actualized people who are very in tune with themselves. And they said the same thing. They were like, I can't believe how this whole quarantine has made me more aware of how little self-care I actually give myself, because they just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And in actuality, we actually become less effective versions of ourselves when we don't give ourselves that self-care time, when we don't allow ourselves to pause and rejuvenate the energy levels.
It's like the day I made you go out on the kayak.
Tell that story.
You were having a terrible day. You were just feeling like your brain wasn't working, and it was one of those days where I knew I could see from an outsider's perspective so clearly that all you needed was to just shut off for a couple minutes, disconnect from work. And you went out. I literally yelled at you. I go on the kayak. Get out of the house. Don't want to see you. So kicked you out. You went kayaking
kicked me out of the house
for about 2 hours, and you came back and you had an entire business plan. You had shut off for 30 minutes. You were able to get clarity, and you came back in a much, much better state of mind.
It's amazing. As you tell that story, I think back to it, and the thing that's interesting is we are so inundated with information, so inundated with stimulus, that we forget what it means to actually step away, and that by stepping away, the answer often comes. And it goes back to the Own It decision system. Things that we talked about was how our brain is this massive search engine. Our brain is this goal-achieving machine that is always producing answers for us. So if we ask ourselves, why can't we figure it out? Or if we ask ourselves, why are we fat? Or if we ask ourselves, why aren't we smart enough? Or why aren't we gifted enough? Why aren't we far enough along? Our brains are going to find the answers for us, and that continues to pull us down, continues to bring us negative vibes, continues to spiral us into this level of negativity that doesn't have to be there. And so what self-care is self-care is allowing ourselves a moment in time to step away from everything, free the mind, center the body, and actually become more effective at what we want to be effective at, whether that's our relationships, whether that's our businesses, whether that's our companies, whether that is our health, wellness, and fitness. No matter what it is, self-care is at the base of everything. It's a foundation of being able to be productive, of being able to be the best version of ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I think, as you said, there's obviously the very big mental component of it, but let's not forget the physical component of it as well. Just this past week, I was, I'm not somebody who typically gets sick that often, but I was just feeling a little under the weather this week. It wasn't anything in particular, but just kind of feeling tired and nauseous. And for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I pushed myself through the workouts, I pushed myself through my work day, and then by the time I got to Thursday, I was like, you know what, I need a minute. And I didn't do the workout that day. I gave myself the permission that it is okay. And, I have a perfectionist nature, so many of those people who do have that type of nature, I just got to get that extra day in, I just got to get that extra 40 minutes in. It's okay. And giving yourself that permission that it is okay to shut off is self-care in and of itself.
You're exactly right. And self-care doesn't need to be the sit in a cross-legged position with the elbows on the knees and humming in a corner to Kumbaya music. If that's what works for you, great. But it can be something as simple as taking 10 minutes in the bathroom, sitting on the toilet, and just breathing. Or it can be...
That's definitely your self-care go-to.
That is a big one for me.
Where's Justin? Oh, he's probably in the bathroom with his phone.
That's self-care.
With the lights off.
Get your head out of the gutter, everybody.
That did sound bad.
It's simply sitting there breathing. But it can be something as simple as going for a walk. It can be something as simple as reading a book. It can be something as simple as taking a nap. It can be coming out here, what we're going to do in a little bit, and sit by the pool and just let your thoughts
just chill.
Go.
Yeah.
Because when we I'm going to say this very slowly, I'm going to repeat it. We confuse movement for progress. I'm going to say that again. We confuse movement for progress. Because so often, we think that because we're busy, because we've got things going on, because we've got responsibilities, things to do, a task to accomplish, we're busy, that we're actually being productive. We're actually getting ourselves closer to a goal. But in actuality, that's the furthest thing from the truth. So if we have clarity and we have this idea of where we want to go, that's stepping back and giving ourselves a space to react, a space to percolate, or a space for our big search engine and goal achieving machine to actually subconsciously start spitting out results, you'll be amazed at the quality of results that are given. You'll be amazed at the effectiveness of which you start to be able to communicate with your spouse, work with your employees, and ultimately, like Elise said, just be able to function on a day-to-day basis and with the energy level you're going to find.
Yeah. I think that was a great episode too.
Just cutting me off. You want to go get your self-care in.
Yeah.
I love it.
Let's do it.
Again, self-care, pillar 2. Again, definitely something to focus on. Be like the person on the airplane. You never throw the other person's air machine on before air mask on before you throw yours on. Always look after yourself. Always make sure that your energy levels are high, your batteries are charged, so that you can be the best version of you. We're gonna go get some self-care in.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers to
you. Let's go own it.
Let's go own it.